Hello students. Now we are starting with MySQL database handling with OOP, and in this entire practical session we'll design a for function that is insert, update, select and delete. To handle this entire module practically, few software setup you requires in your system. That is, number one, you requires a XAMPP installation. Then XAMPP should be works properly. That means Apache and MySQL should be work properly on a particular port. So initial requirement is XAMPP control panel. If you have a setup, then do it in your computer and then follow the instruction that I am sharing with you. Now, as all of you knows that whenever we are writing the programs, it should be stored inside the C drive, XAMPP, htdocs folder, and I have created a folder called OOP for this entire program. So these are the files that I am going to demonstrate for this particular topic. Before going into the detailed discussion of each and every files, let's first see the output of entire program. The entire output of the program is like this, where you can see 1, 2, 3 and 5 sections onto the screen with facilities called add a new record, edit the existing record and delete the record. So we are going to perform all these facility practically. First, I would like to show you how the delete works. Say for example, I have this module and I am clicking on this button called delete. It will ask for the confirmation, and if you press OK, this will be deleted from the entire screen. Again I am performing for this particular section. Again I am pressing, it returns the confirmation and deletes from the screen. Now suppose I am editing the existing section of this particular program. By clicking on edit, it returns this type of menu onto the screen where it shows the title, description, URL and the category. All will see how to practically implement. Say for example, suppose I am writing content management system using WordPress. This is my title, and as a description, suppose I am giving a description like, hello students, this is the testing of OOP with database connectivity. I don't want any URL, so I am removing this, and as a category I am writing the subject code called CS16. Many changes I have done, as you can see onto the screen. Then I am simply saving all these changes. It returns record edited successfully, and the same thing you can see onto the screen, which you can see there are editing is done onto the screen. Now it's very clear that what delete does, what edit does. Suppose now I am inserting the new record. It's a blank page where suppose I am writing programming in C we will learn about the concept of programming in C. No need to give the URL. Suppose I am writing the category as CS03 for example, and I am submitting URL. I am giving the name of our college and then I am submitting. It will create this first window onto the screen where you can see the title, subject code, a description with edit and delete facility. So this is just an output which I have demonstrated onto the screen, that what we are going to develop. So students, let's start with the same by discussing each and every part of this entire program, that how it is possible. So first thing that I would like to clear with all of you, that this entire program is not developed by the core PHP. I have used many concept of OOP, which is our unit number 1, for designing and implementing this entire module. So the first thing that we have to do for make it practical is, into the PHP MyAdmin, create a one table called test. Then in that table, create a database called test. Inside that test database, create a table called tb_link, and the fields like id with integer 10 contains auto increment. Second is title, varchar 100, description varchar 255, which you can increase or decrease as per your need. Then the URL, then the category, and the last one is created at, which contains a data type called timestamp. So create this particular table with all these necessary fields into the database called test. This is the first requirement of executing this particular program. Now once the table is created inside the database called test, into the Macromedia Dreamweaver, first write down the first file called dao.php. That means create a new file, select dynamic page with PHP, and save this particular file as a dao.php. File name can be any. You have to remember your file name. It is not compulsory to give dao.php. I have given this file name. Now in this file name, this line of code we have to mention, but something new you will see over here, that is called as PDO. So PDO means PHP data object. This is a new type of concept which we are going to introduce into the WordPress. In semester number 2, whatever the concept of PHP that we have discussed is a part of core PHP. This is something more advanced than the core PHP. So you will learn something more new in this entire session. Now in this dao.php, first line of code is starting of PHP with the completion of PHP. In between these two, first create a class called DAO, which is same as the name of your file. Then write down the opening bracket and a closing bracket. That opening bracket and closing bracket is related to this particular class. Now inside this particular class, I have created several objects. As you can see onto the screen, there are 1, 2, 3 and 4 objects are there. Object number 1 is $server. Object number 2 is $user. Object number 3 is $pass, that is for password, and fourth one is $option. So this first object select the server name from Apache web server. So this particular object is declared as a private visibility function, private visibility object. So I have written private, then $server equals to, into the double inverted comma, MySQL, it's a part of syntax, then single column, then host equals to localhost. Now you can see over the browser the name of our web server is localhost. So the same thing we have written over here. After the semicolon, we are selecting the database from the list of database in phpMyAdmin by writing db name equals to test. So from this entire list, it will select a test database. Now once this line is written, complete this line with semicolon. Don't forget to put semicolons after each and every valid PHP statements. Then another object with private visibility is $user, which is the username of phpMyAdmin, that is root. By default, password we have kept as a blank. So the third object is private password equals to blank. That means this entire three lines selects the web server, check for the user, and it will check for the password. Then if everything works okay, then it goes for the fourth one. In fourth one, where it is mentioned as a $option, is actually a one type of array. Now question comes in our mind that why the array is taken over here, because in our database table there might be a possibility that one or more records should be there. As you can see onto the output screen, right now I have 3 records. In future it might be 4, 5, 6, multiple. So it need to be take inside the array, because the definition of array is very simple. Array is a group of elements with same name and same type. So array is taken by myself over here. Then into the bracket of this array, I have written PDO, then a scope resolution operator that we have discussed into the previous lecture. Then attribute error mode, it's a fixed function of advanced PHP which returns an error in any of the previous statement if have reference to PDO semicolon error mode underscore exception. On second line, PDO scope resolution operator, attribute default fetch mode is PDO fetch underscore associative. This fetch underscore associative function is not new for all of us. It has been already discussed into the PHP subject of VCS semester number 2. That means this particular function fetch the multiple records from the database table and returns onto the screen. Now this round bracket should be completed with semicolon. Then my object number 5, after all this line, object number 5 is $connection, which is protected. Then after this, I have created a one function called open connection as a public. So students, you can see that in the single file almost my all visibilities has been given, that is public, protected and private. Now in this open connection, there is an opening bracket and the closing bracket of this particular function. In that I have written a try and the catch. Try and catch is generally used for handling the exceptions in object-oriented programming language. In try, there are opening bracket and closing bracket. In this I have written $this reference to connection. That means my protected object is equals to the new keyword for creating the new object, PHP data object, into the bracket. $this server will select the localhost. $this user will select the root. $this password will select the blank password, and $option will fetch this particular array. So if anything goes wrong in this particular statement, that means either or, suppose you have given the wrong server name, wrong username, wrong password, wrong database, anything, then the catch statement will be executed onto the screen, and it throws one exception message onto the screen that there is some problem in connection and your program gets terminated over here. But if nothing found malicious in this entire code, everything is okay, then it returns $this connection as a true. And at the end of this program, end of this particular file, the connection get closed automatically by storing null as a into the connection object, into the null object. Now save this particular file as a dao.php into the OOP folder of your htdocs. After implementing this particular dao.php, just test this particular file onto the screen. Will it return some error or not? Now after writing all these successful lines, we can go for another file implementation.